If you're an agency owner struggling to get more qualified appointments and think LinkedIn outreach can help you get more qualified appointments, one of the most foundational things you need to start focusing on to get more connections, get more replies, get more booked appointments, first and foremost, is your profile. So today I want to break down step by step how to build out your profile so it speaks to your niche and ultimately attracts people to want to actually connect with you and, of course, see how your system or your service can help them. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now and actually be using not only my channel or my profile, but I'm going to be leveraging a couple of other friends of mine that are using LinkedIn to get 15, 30, 45 qualified appointments and showing you what their profiles are doing. So starting with your banner, you want to make it aesthetically pleasing to your industry. You can easily get one just going on Canva. You can go on Canva like I did right here, literally made a new one, and go to designs here and then just type in minimalist, right? And get some good ideas there. You can go to business, got some great ones here. And if you can get a shot of yourself in it, so like one of my friends, Jeremiah or J Pro as we call him, he has a nice shot of him right here. Carter, same thing. And Luis, just a collage compilation of him teaching people about his service. Me personally, I don't like a lot of words on here. Even this is kind of out of place. But if you have to explain like who you help, what you do, how many people you've helped, that can be pretty solid. So like for example, my friend Carter, he works with realtors. He says, yeah, helping realtors scale with paid ads. So very clean cut what he does. Doesn't really confuse you as to what he does. And ultimately, again, speaking to your prospects. So now that you know what he does and how he helps you, you might look into his bio, into his About Me section, which we'll talk about in a second. So when it comes to your profile picture, make sure it's clean, make sure it's high quality, and it's appropriate for your industry. So speaking with realtors, of course, he's going to be buttoned up. J Pro, he's just wearing a black shirt, but also has a nice firm stance where he is talking to attorneys who are more, I don't know what to say the word. What would you say? I wouldn't say aggressive, where he's more firm. No pun intended, sorry. I want to say aggressive, but he has that stance where he's very confident in his service, very similar to how a lawyer would position themselves on a billboard ad or a bus wrap. And then on the other hand, I'm actually going to show you one of my friends. He works with daycares and runs podcasts for them. He has a more casual, fun stance in actual casual clothing where he looks more playful, more inviting and friendly because that's who his niche likes to see. For me, speaking to consultants who I go after organically on LinkedIn, I have a more of a I'm speaking to you, I'm teaching you something approach. That's why you see there's two different mics here in both of my images. Now, if I had to critique myself, one thing I could do better is basically saying 1,000 consultants served rather than just businesses because that's super, super broad. I got this from Ivan and Luis. This is a great idea to put LinkedIn in the corner of your profile. It kind of has that psychological effect, where you have the Instagram checkmark banner. It really just makes it look a little bit more premium in my opinion. So that's why I did the exact same thing here. Let's go ahead and dive into the bio really quick. You just want to call out to who you're helping, how you're helping them, and any milestones or relevant information that they should know about perhaps you being in the space for a super long time, how many people you've helped, what kind of guarantees or offers that you provide. So for me, I say helping B2B consultants get qualified appointments using AI LinkedIn DM outreach done for you. Pretty easy to understand, kind of like Carter's banner here, who you help and how you help them. Same thing with Luis. He says, I help cybersecurity agencies get 60 qualified booked appointments in 90 days. So he's specifically sharing what he has done and what he will do if you're a cybersecurity firm looking for more appointments. Now, he also mentions he runs a podcast, which is a great idea for you if you also do that too, or have some sort of PR because that also puts you in a nice light to say, hey, this person actually probably well known on social media. Then for J Pro, again, he's calling out helping PI law firms or personal injury law firms scale with pre-qualified leads. Then he adds social proof and says that he's gotten thousands plus cases added to firms or PI firms like yours. So you can see he's actually acting as if he's already speaking to a law firm saying like yours. Very smart. So now we're going to get into the about section. Unlike where the bio is more concise, just talking really quick, calling out to who you're helping, how you help them, and any accomplishments, social proof that you can provide. The about section is where you have to really know your ICP or your ideal client persona or profile. basically their problems and how you're solving their specific problems and get them to the desired place that they want to be in their business. So this does take a lot of research and understanding what keeps your prospects, your niche, up at night. So let me go ahead and walk you through my example again, going after consultants. So we have a quick greeting, welcome to my LinkedIn profile, just something simple to share a good gesture and friendly gesture. Then what you want to do is quickly again call out to your audience and say, are you a niche? And find yourself. This is where we want to list out 3 different problems that they're most likely having. So I say going to 3-star hotels and attending networking events that take hours out of your day, asking for friends and family members for referrals, having to generate their business every time without consistency. These 3 points should hit hard and hit home on your niche, on your prospects. So I'll use Jeremiah, again, going after law firms as an example as well. He says, are you a law firm or a lawyer wasting money on marketing agencies that promise results but don't deliver? The other one is spending hours handling tedious outreach instead of focusing on your clients, or dealing with inconsistent lead flow, forcing you to constantly chase new business. Then what you want to do in your about section is talk about what you can do to help them. Because once they realize, hey, this person understands me, they know my problems, they know my pain, they're naturally going to ask, can this person solve it? What do they do? So with Jay, he says, what I do, I help law firms and lawyers get pre-qualified leads without the headaches. With my click with my click into case system, honestly, if I had to tell Jay, if you were watching this, I would switch that so it's easier to say. With my click into case system, my team and I send high intent prospects straight to you so you can focus on closing cases instead of chasing clients. So as you can see, he's already saying that he can solve this solution with his click into case system. Okay, now the unique mechanism name is kind of easy to say now that I keep saying it. Then I'm simply talking about the benefits. I'm selling the vacation. I'm selling the desired outcome. So what does this mean for you? A whole lot of time back to you and energy as a business. And I go as far as to say, I call it an organic online way to grow your business. And similar to Luis, who says, hey, not a fit for us if you like spending hours researching leads manually, you think relationship building means years of coffee meetings, or you're okay with unpredictable pipelines and low reply rates. Of course, no one's going to fit that mold, but I also say the same thing here in just one liner. I say, hey, if you prefer luncheons, coffee meetups, literally the same thing, and solely relying on referrals to build a business instead, I won't force you on my stress-free system. Then finally, you would just want to reconfirm, who is this for? It's like any B2B consultant in any industry, where you're currently at with your business, it doesn't matter. So what you want to do is now paint the picture again of where they're at, what they're struggling with, and again, try to visually paint it as if you know their life, you know what they're going through. I say you can stop putting up with throwing business cards in your drawer or relying on friends to give you your clients, and start talking to motivated business owners looking for your services. Then simply I prompt the question, so do you want to learn more about how you can schedule more qualified appointments on your calendar? All done for you. And it's a call to action. Just message me AI and we'll go over the details. And then I just have a nice witty signage right here. Your friendly neighborhood DM expert, Marcus Pizarro. So if I take a look again at J Pro, he's again calling out who is this for, and then a call to action, DM me or just message me leads. I just realized it. Look at this. He just took that from me. If you're watching this, I'm exposing you, Jay. You took that from me. I know you did. But good stuff. But that is important. Again, I want to stress the fact that people, your prospects, are going to look at your about section, your banner, your bio before they message you and reply back and actually accept your connection request. Because I've seen agency owners speed up this process by just starting a script and trying to message people, and they haven't optimized their profile. And then believe it or not, in the section, a lot of people say, hey, how long have you been doing this for on your LinkedIn? It says that you just started 3 months ago. Kind of exposing yourself by not having an optimized profile. So again, that's why this is super, super important. Okay, the last part I want to talk about is actually posting. Yes, you do want to post consistently, maybe 3 to 4 times a week on your LinkedIn, at least in the beginning, so that they see you're active and you actually know what you're talking about. And where you might be thinking you have to make videos, you have to have case studies, sure, those are great to post, and honestly, I like it because it's authentic and no one can copy you. You can easily start posting 3 to 4 times a week just by simply using ChatGPT. So here we're on ChatGPT. All you have to do is prompt it by saying, make me 5 LinkedIn posts, 5 to 8 sentences each. Our audience is consultants, B2B, that are struggling to get more appointments on their calendar. We help them get more appointments through LinkedIn DM outreach. Done for you. Make 5 posts with different angles on how LinkedIn can help consultants. I honestly could have shortened this a lot and made it a lot better, but basically I'm prompting it to say, give me this many posts, this length, this is who I'm going after, this is what they're struggling with, this is how I help them with my service, make me posts. So I hit this, and then it'll craft me 5 LinkedIn posts. So now it's making the post right here. Post number 1, the calendar problem. Most consultants don't have a skill problem. They don't have a value problem. They have a calendar problem. Your expertise means nothing if it isn't landing in front of decision makers consistently. And here's the truth. The people you want to work with are already on LinkedIn, scrolling, posting, and looking for solutions like yours. The issue, you're not in their inbox. A well-structured DM strategy puts you there without begging for attention. When your calendar fills with warm, qualified conversations, business gets a whole lot easier. Done for you LinkedIn outreach solves the empty calendar once and for all. That's a very good post. Here's another one about the cold email trap, basically downplaying it, talking about the time factor and why we offer a done for you solution, the relationship advantage about connecting and talking to them on LinkedIn before a phone call or a Zoom call, the consultant's edge and how posting, literally like this, on what I'm talking about, can make you look more credible on LinkedIn and actually attract people because they see your value, they see your expertise. Now, to go one step further, you can actually make LinkedIn images to go with it. You don't necessarily have to, but if you want to check out mine, like sometimes I just like writing it. Sometimes I do add images and graphics. So you can generate one through ChatGPT. So I can say, make me an image for post 1, and it'll start drafting an image right there, or go on Canva and start generating images here. So maybe you want to take the most important part, maybe the first line. I'll take this line here just to shorten it. Boom, sweet. And then my name is not Kimberly Nguyen, and then put an image. Bada bing, bada boom. Sweet. You can do something like that if I just want to follow the template to a T. There's other ones out here that you can follow that just really gets a good engagement visually about what you're talking about. My friend Luis, what he does is, again, podcasts. So he does clips just like J Pro, but with podcasts. So he does clips when they're talking about cybersecurity firms, who he goes after, and how the market is shifting, how you have to react with AI and other marketing channels. And then my friend Carter does a whole mix of it where he actually speaks in front of the camera, and then he does a lot of images where he gives value just through the text itself. But it gets a lot of engagement, as you can see. Now, this is gold. Ads only work when there's a system behind them, not just guesses and luck. Very good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Most consultants have a calendar problem. Done for you LinkedIn outreach solves the empty calendar problem once for all. Now, that's pretty decent. I'll take that image and put it on there. Now, last thing about experience. Maybe you already have a LinkedIn profile and there's things that you want to share, things that you don't share. My simple answer is go ahead and share only relevant information that would help your prospects believe that you're an expert in your field. So for me, being in the space, in the online space for multiple years, I like to share that I've been, working in huge programs and communities. Some of you guys may know Agency Lab for roughly 3.5 years. Also ran in my own agency, still running it, this one, for 7 years now, right? Relevant information that helps them think, okay, this person's legit or this person is credible. They've been in the space for a while. But in my upcoming videos, I might have it linked up here soon where I'm going to talk about actual scripts, actual opening liners that get people to accept your message request and ultimately talk about wanting to book a time with you to talk about your service and how it can help their business. So again, hopefully this helps. If you have questions, let me know down below. Peace.